Overwatch is known today as being one of the biggest esports on Earth. With interesting metas constantly changing the game and extremely frequent updates, Overwatch was forced to be a hit. But one of the main interests in the game has always been the diversity of characters. Some are mainly played to win, some are played more to have fun, and some are played for the people. And no character embodies the heart of the people more than Akande Ogundimu, more commonly known as Doomfist. Many players have fought for the title of best Doomfist player, but whenever people discuss who it could be, one name is always mentioned. With his hasty rise up the ranked ladder and the increasing popularity of his YouTube channel, he is known by almost everyone as a god of Doomfist. With Doomfist's unique mechanics making him stand out amongst the cast and the presence of a rework coming with the game's sequel, the interest in this player keeps on rising. This is the story of the one and only ZBRA. Zabrovsky Bravanovich III, more commonly known today as ZBRA, comes from a small village inside of Zimbabwe called Flashfania. ZBRA was born at a very young age, and being the youngest of 16 children, he felt he had to live up to his older siblings. He picked up his first game, Garfield Kart, in 1833, when he was just 2 years old, and quickly started developing his skills. He would enter his first tournament at the age of 5, and quickly made a name for himself in the community. He started winning small tournaments with limited prize pools, but he would later start entering much bigger tournaments and won a lot. After years of being the rank 1 Garfield Kart player, ZBRA finally decided to retire. This was mainly due to the pressure of being the best player in the world being too much for him, and the meta at the time making his one trick, normal, completely unplayable. For the next year, he focused on smaller and less important things, like school and speaking to women. It was only on his 9th birthday that he decided he wanted to get back into gaming. He built his first PC with empty cans of Heinz beans that he fished out of local dumpsters and sticks he got from a nearby forest. After assembling his PC, ZBRA was desperate to find games to play. He wanted to try something new, a genre that he had never played before. So he decided to turn to the most popular competitive shooter of the time, Counter Block's Roblox Offensive. This game was perfect for ZBRA. It had really complex mechanics while also possessing a huge amount of skill expression. He found it hard at first to understand the game, mainly due to the shooter genre being completely new to him and all the countless women who kept calling him while he was trying to practice. But after passing this initial roadblock, his skill level skyrocketed to heights that no one could have imagined. Just like the last C-sport he played, ZBRA started entering tournaments to show off his mechanics and game knowledge to the world. His meteoric rise in the counterblock scene gave him a lot of attention from professional teams. But whenever they reached out to try and sign him, he declined all of their offers. This was the reasoning he gave in an interview with the BBC back in October of 1839. These teams are all trash, lol. If you're not offering at least 8 figures a year, don't even talk to me. Subscribe to I Love McCree. 30th of February, 1840. This seemed like any other day for ZBRA. He played in a tournament, stomped the opposition, and asserted his dominance on minimum wage workers. But it was in a game against Housepaint Esports that he finally met someone that could match his level. It was the one and only Coca-Cola drinking, god of cooking, former main tank now Dumo TP, RXP. ZBRA's team ended up winning the match, but it was extremely close. ZBRA later went on his MySpace to trash talk RXP by calling him dogshit and saying that Pepsi is better than Coke. RXP was furious after seeing this and challenged ZBRA to a one-on-one fight, which he gladly accepted. It was decided. The two gods of the gaming scene were gonna duke it out. ZBRA flew to Iceland and started living inside of a cave. He decided it would be best to hibernate until the day of the fight, but RXP took a different approach. Footage leaked of his training, alongside pictures of the diet he was using to gain his massive muscles. The two kept their routines for the next 177 years, patiently awaiting the day of their battle. July 13, 2017, 2 weeks before the fight. ZBRA is still stuck in his deep slumber. A man comes to visit him in his cave in an attempt to wake him up. This man was none other than Carcu en Español. Carcu en Español spent the next week explaining to ZBRA the importance of this fight and helping him strategize how to beat RXP. And after realizing that ZBRA didn't speak Spanish, he left the cave to go and record Un Consejo de Jamón. ZBRA counted down the days until the fight and continued on with his training, which mainly consisted of mercilessly insulting Genshin players on Twitter and trying to finish a McChicken in under 15 seconds. July 27th, 2017, the day of the fight is here. ZBRA readied himself for the incoming battle. This was about to be one of the most intense duels in history. Over 170 years of training had led up to this moment, and the fans weren't going to be disappointed. The RXP decided to flee to Yokum town to avoid having to fight Zebra. After hearing this news, Zebra went back to his cave and opened Twitter to check for updates on his favorite game, My Riding Stables. But he stumbled upon something a little more interesting. A new character had been released to this video game called Overwatch. His name was Doomfist. He was fast, strong, buggy, and completely useless. Exactly what Zebra was looking for. Zebra instantly fell in love with this character due to the factors that were previously mentioned and the sheer beauty of his shiny bald head. He immediately downloaded the game and started attempting to repeat his past esports accomplishments. After some time of playing, he made the decision to avoid playing in tournaments and instead would start a YouTube channel to document his climb up the Overwatch competitive ladder. For the first couple years of his channel's creation, Zebra really struggled to build up a solid fanbase. Later on in his career, he would get shoutouts from smaller YouTubers like PewDiePie and MrBeast, slightly increasing his popularity but not allowing him to reach the heights that he had dreamt of. This would all change on the 22nd of June 2022, when the one and only I Love McCree posted the absolutely godlike video Zebra x I Love McCree collab Hamdallah I Duffy Haram Inshallah Flash fan. This collab skyrocketed Zebra's popularity and single-handedly made his career. As we can see by this graph, before the collaboration, Zebra's viewership was around 5 viewers a month. But after the collab, he would easily hit 210 million monthly views and become the second biggest YouTuber on the platform. Motivated by the fame he had just achieved, Zebra would start posting more frequently, starting his Streamers React series alongside other extremely good pieces of content, like the time you watch a Garla God video on stream just for it to be made into a video and for his face to be put in the thumbnail. Zebra's story is one that deserves to be remembered. Being a kid who came from very humble beginnings, what he has achieved is truly mind-blowing. He became the non-disputed best player in 2 completely different esports and became one of the most famous influencers we have today. If there's one thing we need to remember from Zebra's story, it's that no matter who you are, what your background is, if you're tall, short, poor, rich, if you feel happy or sad, it is important to remember that we should all subscribe to I Love McCree. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in Overwatch 2. I'm here in the cave Zebra hibernated in for 177 years, preparing for the RXP battle. For more information, look up Industry Baby Uncensored on YouTube.
I didn't in my sock, I didn't in my sock, selling every rock.